Hi, and welcome to the Angel Advisory for the week of May 1st to the 7th. This is an extra special week. We are starting off a new month, and we are also starting a fresh week this week that we can go out and have some fun and some adventures in. We do have 5 planets in retrograde. And Mercury just went into retrograde, I believe, yesterday or the day before, and it won't go out of retrograde until the 22nd, but this happens, quite a few times during the year, so it's nothing new. This is a really opportune time for us to relook at things and review and relax and just enjoy this time. Don't go rushing out and start maybe any new projects unless you really feel guided to, because there could be a lot of hiccups involved in that. But basically, it's just a really good week to, what they gave to me earlier was to clean up. So look over things and just tidy things up and get them finished, close them off, whatever you need to do, and that to get things cleaned up. And this can be in all different areas of your life. So have a look around and see where, you have some little unfinished business that you need to take care of and look after that. Friday will be the new moon, and it really is not a time to manifest something new into your life, but rather to review what you sort of have been manifesting into your life and what needs to be relooked at and maybe, just redesigned or reconfigured, or maybe you need to release it. Maybe it's something that you've been working on for a long time and it's not coming to you, and perhaps you are too attached to it or whatever, and you just need to release it. Overall this week, though, the energy is really good. We are going to be having a happy week. That's what I was given. So that means we will be having a lot of time with our tribe, be that your family or your friends and that. So just look forward. Just take the week a little bit easier. Just sort of relax a little more. Don't stop doing what you need to do. Take care of your responsibilities and make sure that you look at things. It's a great week for research, and just sort of get yourself into the groove. We've had a couple of really great days of weather here in the Lower Mainland, and it's been really nice to just have the warmth back, because it did get a little bit cool for a while. So today I'm going to do a deck. I don't know if I've used this deck before or not. It's one of my favorites. It's Messages from Your Angels by Doreen Virtue. It's one of the, I think it was the second deck that I ever owned. And so let's just see what our angels have to say for us for the coming week and see what their advice is. Oh, there's a few cards here, but this one here is Vanessa. She was facing upward. So Vanessa is all about making a decision, and to make your decision, and that sometimes we have a really hard time trying to make a decision, and her message to us always is just sort of take a breath, sort of step back from the situation, look at all of your options, and then ask yourself, which one takes me closer to my goal and which one takes me farther away from my goal. And another way that you can look at this is which one brings me more joy and which one does not bring me joy. Which one do you get a little uncomfortable around that decision? That's probably not the best decision for you. Unless, of course, you are the hindering person and you don't wish to step up into whatever it is and you don't feel confident, but maybe it is the choice that you need to make. But just sort of make your choices, and it really is not a good week anyways to be starting new projects, but maybe it's about letting go of something, or about just redoing something and just relooking at something. That's a good way to make your decision. Just sort of ask yourself, which one do I feel more comfortable with, and which one takes me closer to my goal, and which one takes me farther away from my goal. Archangel Raphael is with us, so that means this is an optimal week for healing. So if you have anything that's going on with you physically, emotionally, or mentally, this is a good week to call on Archangel Raphael. Just ask him for a little help with whatever you need healing with, and just sort of listen to what guidance you're being given. Pay attention to the signs, because often we think it's one thing when it's not. Actually, it's something else that we need. So for me personally, I've been having a bad bout with an arthritic knee, and to the point of where it's really painful. And what sort of floated into me today was, okay, let's back off on the gluten a little bit, Marlene, and see what that does. So that's what I will be doing this week. I'm going to cut back on a lot of things and just sort of have different food options that are not gluten, which I love toast, so that's going to be interesting. Okay, Merlina is here. Now, of course, this is what I call my website, merlina.com, and so I just really love when this card comes up. This card is telling us that we're confused because we don't have enough information. We cannot possibly make a decision based on the knowledge and the information that we have right now because we just don't have enough. We don't know all of the little things. So sometimes it's really good to sort of research things on our own, but it also is good to ask questions of other people that maybe have a little bit more knowledge in an area and that of what your decision is doing. So you look for professional help and just do some research. We have just such an opportunity now. Like everything that we want to know about is there on the internet. And yes, we can't believe everything that we see on the internet, but really we can just keep going and going and going down the rabbit hole until we gather enough information that we at least have intelligent questions that we can ask someone that is in the profession or that has a little more knowledge than us. So in order to make any decision in that, you really don't have enough information right now, so just do some research on it. Could be you're buying a new car, you don't know, you think you want this one, but oh, that one over there kind of looks really good. Research both of them, and that. And don't forget to see sort of like the collision stuff and things like that. So let's see if we have another card here that wants to come out for us. Whoop, yep, we do. Isabella, yes, the timing is perfect for this endeavor. So whatever you are looking at doing, and that there's a happy outcome that follows your positive expectations. So if you're kind of having a little negative Nelly on something about doing something, get into the positive frame of mind. Do not sit in the negative, because that is really going to hold you back, and you're not going forward anywhere with that kind of a thing. And we'll do one more here, and it's Bridget. Caution is warranted. This is really good for when things are in retrograde, and I really get that this week. This is a very good week for caution. So observe more than you kind of just jump in. So be the third party observing things, and that don't let your mouth get you into trouble by just sort of opening it sooner than you should. Maybe you need to research and have a little bit more information before you start spouting off things and that, but just really look deeper into everything. And that sometimes, we see things and we make a judgment whether we want to or we don't. There's actually a really good article in Nourish for the May issue by Deborah Ray, and she talks about that, about how our minds sometimes are being judgmental, and we make a judgment based on past things that we have experienced, and it maybe isn't true, and that we could see someone, that's wearing scruffier clothes and that, and automatically think that they are homeless, when in fact they probably have a home, and maybe they're just, struggling to make ends meet. We don't know the whole story. So this week is really a good week to just be the observer and just sort of listen and see what kind of signs are coming up. Have a great week. Get out, have some fun, hang out with your tribe for a while, have some laughs, share a glass of wine. Just do whatever it takes, and just really have an easy week this week. Don't make any major decisions, but definitely do your research and ask yourself your questions and that, because that is all tying together, because there is some big things coming and that within the energy wise where we will need to be able to move forward, and we're just going to have to really be very sure about what we want, because there is the old adage, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. So I wish each and every one of you a marvelous week. Get out and enjoy it. Namaste to each and every one of you. Have a great week, guys. I'll talk to you next week.